Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I thought I would just do a fun haul today. I've picked up some random stuff from like Sephora, and I have one little PR package in here and some Beautylish stuff. So anyway, let's get right into it. So all right, I'm going to start with these two things that you may have already seen me use. I don't know what order I'm going to be putting up my videos, but it's what I have on my eyes at the moment. And these are the two new Bobbi Brown Luxe eyeshadows that came out with that camouflage collection. So I picked up both. This one is Jungle, and this is what I have on my eyes. Isn't that beautiful? I just love it. This is perfect for that one shadow smoky eye look that I talked about in my Top 5 Tuesdays. If you're interested in like a holiday party look and you want to just use one shadow, I highly recommend this one. Let me go ahead and swatch it for you. It looks so like green and red in the pan, but it really just comes out to be this very dramatic, deep grayish green. And it's just, oh, sorry, I have old swatches on here. Look at that color. Oh my God, it's just stunning. And I hope the camera is picking up all the different shades in here. It's really pretty. And then here is the color Incandescent. And this is gorgeous as well. Let me just go ahead and swatch it for you. Here it is. It's like a pinky, peachy color. Isn't that stunning also? So if you're wondering about this shade and that it looks kind of similar to something else, it is literally like an exact dupe to this Chantecaille Positano collection, this Soleil color. So this guy right here. So if you missed this, because I know this was limited edition over the summertime, I'm not sure if it's still available. If this is gone, just pick up this Bobbi Brown eyeshadow. It literally is the same color. The Chantecaille feels a little bit smoother in the pan, but they wear and the color is like literally the same. And speaking of Bobbi Brown, I went to that Sephora for VIB Rouge members. They usually have an event that launches some upcoming releases, and they'll launch it for the Rouge members a little bit early. And they did that just recently for some holiday releases, and I actually didn't really pick up that much. All I did was pick up this Bobbi Brown Infrared eyeshadow palette, and I'm hoping I have some decent luck with this palette because I don't have the best luck with Bobbi Brown palette eyeshadows. I love their singles, but the ones that come in the palette I don't usually have great luck with. But this looks really pretty, and I loved this outer packaging. Isn't that fun? It's so like 80s. I feel like I had sunglasses that look like this. Here is the palette. So this is a cardboard package, and there is a mirror on the inside here. And this does fold all the way back. And here are the 8 shades in this palette. Yes, it's another warm tone palette, but I just thought it was really pretty. So I thought I would go ahead and pick it up. Let me go ahead and swatch it. I'll do the top 4 and then the bottom 4. So these shadows feel a little bit different from the other Bobbi Brown palette eyeshadows that I've used. So I'm hoping I have better luck with these. But here is the top row. And I'm sorry about the swatches underneath. I really tried to get that one off, but it just wouldn't come off. Oh, actually, they have the names and the palette formula on the back. So this is Stone Cold, Red Rock, Behind the Sun, which is a metallic eyeshadow, and then Infrared, which is a chrome metal eyeshadow is what they're calling this. So that's what you see here. Here is the bottom row. So this is a sparkle eyeshadow. These two are chrome shadows, and then this one is a matte. So I really liked this color story. So if you guys are interested in me doing a dedicated video to this palette, just let me know down below in the comment section. I also picked up the new Givenchy highlighter, and I got it in one shimmery pink. This is what I wanted to order during the Beauty Appreciation event sale, but they were like sold out, and then I couldn't get it in store. I think I bored you guys with that story. But when I went back to the Sephora, they had them out, and they have two shades, a shimmery pink and a shimmery gold, or just gold. And I was planning on getting the gold, but when I swatched it, it was actually a little bit too deep, and so I thought, let me get the shimmery pink because it's actually pretty nice for my skin tone. So this is what the compact looks like. There's a little button and the Givenchy logo there, and so here is the pink. So I liked the pink because it wasn't super cool. It's much cooler than the gold version, but it's not like too icy. So I thought this would actually work out pretty nicely for my skin tone. So let me go ahead and swatch it. Let's just appreciate this embossing. Gorgeous, huh? And I've never had a Givenchy highlighter before, so I'm excited to try this. So here is a finger swatch, and there it is in my hand. Isn't that pretty? I mean, it's very obviously like a pink highlighter, but it's just not quite as cool, like super cool toned as a lot of pink highlighters are, and those don't really work on my skin tone. This one has just a hint of warmth to it, which I really like. And then I picked up a bunch of lip products. What's new? I picked up another one of the YSL Tatouage Couture Metallics matte stain. I just used the rose gold one in my playing with makeup video. And so when I was at Sephora, I decided to pick up color 105, which is Magnetic Prune Temper. And it is a darker berry kind of tone shade. But let's go ahead and swatch this. So there's the color 105, and then there's little like micro glitters in there, and they're like golden toned. So the rose gold one that I got, ironically, is like more silver, and this one is a little bit more golden. So I'm loving this formula. It's very, very thin and comfortable on the lips, but just really like full coverage, like super easy to use, and I love the applicator on it. It's like this paddle shovel kind of applicator, which I thought was really odd when I first used it, but considering what the formula is like, it actually works really, really well. So good job, YSL. I really like these. And then I think I was going on and on and on about how much I love the Frank Body coffee scrub and the lip scrub and how much I love coffee, etc., etc., etc. And someone was like, oh, you must love the Bite Beauty French press lip glosses. And I was like, oh, I forgot about those. And I just haven't seen them, and I need to go check them out. So I saw them in store, and I ended up picking up Dirty Chai. So this is what Dirty Chai looks like. And the testers in the store were a little bit beat up, so I couldn't tell how much of a coffee scent they had, but I didn't feel like it was much. Oh, I smell it now. Oh, I like it. Oh my God, I feel like such a huffer. And it actually has a nice, like, rosy kind of hue to it. But there is Dirty Chai. And then the last lip product I picked up is a new formula from Armani. This is the Rouge Darmani Matte. So they're intense matte and comfort lip colors. So I had noticed that all of these luxury makeup brands were coming out with matte lipsticks this season. So as someone who doesn't mind the matte finish, I've just never liked the matte formula and how it feels on my lips. But I feel like they're really improving upon it. So I really wanted to try this, and this color really spoke to me. So this is what the packaging looks like. It has the red top and the black bottom, and it has like a matte finish to it. These Armani lipsticks are magnetized, if you did not know. Check out this color. It's just a really cool tone, kind of like brownish purple, but I'm going to swatch it for you because there's actually like micro glitters in here that you can't tell from the bullet at this point. Can you see the like golden sheen? Actually, you can probably see it in the bullet now. It's like this really cool, like metallic, but kind of subtle sheen to it, yet it has a matte finish. I don't know, I just found it so interesting. I couldn't pass it up. So I'm definitely excited to use this and see how comfortable it is and if it's like long lasting or not. So this is in color, I don't know if I mentioned that, in color 200 Diva. All right, so I also placed an order on Beautylish and decided to pick up the new By Terry Eye Light palette, limited edition. And they had a palette if not the same, very, very similar to this one that they released exclusively through Harrods in the UK. And because it was in the UK, I just didn't feel like paying for shipping. And I was so happy when I saw it here in the US. So here is what the palette looks like. It's just this really shiny, pretty rose gold. And this palette actually reminds me of exactly like their Sun Designer palettes. It looks, I think it's the exact same size. It has the exact same feel. And let's take a look on the inside. So it's got a nice mirror that fills the entire lid. It has a double-ended brush that I'm going to take out. And here are the shades. And look at the fun pictures on the pan. So this is the Eyelight palette, and it's in shade 2, Terribly Paris. And I don't know if there are other shades or more shades coming out, but this one is called Terribly Paris. Let me go ahead and swatch these. So it looks like there's a few different finishes in here. The first 3, let me go ahead and swatch these, look like they have micro glitters in there. So those are the first 3. They seem a little chalky. Let's see. Ooh, wow. So here are the first 3. They're very powdery. So I'm sorry I'm going back and forth. I just kind of don't want it to fall everywhere. And these 2 shades are very similar, and they're very similar to my skin tone. So I don't know if you can see it actually. And By Terry is a brand that I definitely have like hit or miss experiences with their products. Like the Sun Designer palettes, I love. Their eyeshadows, sometimes I like, sometimes I don't. So I'm hoping this one is a good one. Let me go ahead and do the next year. I'm going to start with the Eiffel Tower shade. Oh no, there goes the Eiffel Tower. Here are the next 3. So those are the next 3. These are not swatching great. I'm curious to see what they're like on the eyes. They don't seem very pigmented. These pans are really kind of skinny. It's hard to get my finger in there. I'm just going to do the last 4 all together. Here are the last 4. Oops. Yeah, they're very powdery. So those are the last 4. Those swatches are not good. I don't feel confident about this palette. As we know, finger swatches only tell part of the story. So I do want to use this, and I will get back to you. But this is what the palette looks like after I just kind of dug my fingers in there. So this goes for any of the products I'm going to talk about. If you want a dedicated video to it, just let me know down below in the comment section. If there's enough of you, then I will definitely do that. All right, next, I actually went to Ulta. This was when I was doing my Out of My Comfort Zone episode with Georgia Harris, and I had to pick up those NYX like crayons and liquid eyeliner. Anyway, I saw that they had the Urban Decay Aphrodisiac eyeshadow palette, and I had seen teasers for the big cherry palette. And I have their smoky palette, and I have their heat, Naked Heat palette. Is that what it's called? The long orange one. And they're just, I don't know, they're just kind of too big. And I never reach for them, and I think it's because they're just really big, and I don't know, I never think of them. So anyway, I saw the cherry, Urban Decay cherry palette, and was like, ooh, and then I thought, Michelle, stop it. You never use your Urban Decay like longer palettes. And so when I saw this Aphrodisiac palette, I thought, this is so much more up my alley. It has 6 shades, it's a little bit smaller, a little bit easier to manage. It has all the shades that I would want out of something like that cherry palette. So pick this up, and I generally have very good luck with Urban Decay shadows. I really like them. So let me go ahead and swatch these for you. So it looks like the first 2 are matte, and the third one is like a shimmery shade. So there are the first 3. Here are the next 3. So this one seems like a satin, this seems like another shimmer, and this one is a matte. I was a little bit hesitant about it because there's only this one kind of like purpley accent color, but that's kind of enough for me. I don't need a whole bunch of accent colors in one palette, especially one that's this small with only 6 shades. So I really like that I could just use some neutral shades here and give it a pop with this, or just leave it as a neutral. Like if I decide to travel with this palette and I don't want to, you know, use any kind of really ostentatious bright colors and I want to kind of keep it neutral, I can use these two and then this shade at the end or something. So anyway, I thought this palette was really handy, so I'm glad I picked this one up. And then I went to my CCO, which is the cosmetics company outlet store, and these are the ones that are run by Estee Lauder. So all the Estee Lauder brands eventually kind of show up there, and so they had a lot of Tom Ford there, and they were having like a 30% off of their already discounted prices. So I decided to pick up the Traceless foundation stick. They had my shade there, which is 1.5 cream. In the latest Tom Ford runway show, the beauty that they were using for the models was this foundation stick and the golden mink eyeshadow quad, which I have, and then some of the new boys and girls lips. Anyway, I was inspired to go ahead and pick up this Traceless foundation stick. So this is what it looks like. Typical Tom Ford coloring here with the TF at the top. And here is the foundation stick. So let me just do a quick swatch. So there is cream 1.5. And this one time I went to the Tom Ford counter and actually got like a makeover. They used this foundation stick on me because I told them I had dry skin. So I think this is a very emollient kind of formula. I'm gonna have to try it myself just to let you know. But I was thinking about recreating the Tom Ford runway look because it's so pretty. It's like understated but really sultry all at the same time. I like Tom Ford, and sultry all at the same time. So I don't know. I think I may do a video like that and use the stick and the golden mink eyeshadow quad and just try and recreate the runway look. And then I picked up 2 eyeshadow quads. So I don't know if you guys saw on some Instagram accounts, but Tom Ford is going to be coming out with brand new eyeshadow quads come, I think, this winter, maybe for the holiday season. And so I thought, you know what, that probably means that he's going to be getting rid of a lot of his existing quads. And if there are any that you want, Michele, go out and get them. So when I was at the CCO, they had 2 that I really have been always eyeing. One is Titanium Smoke. This is very cool, gray toned. Titanium Smoke. So let me do some swatches. We have a lot of glittery top coats here. So there's the glittery top coat. This is like a satin gray. And then here's a matte, very dark gray. And then the shimmery gray over here. Look at that color. Oh my God. Do you see how it has like a really deep midnight blue in there? Ooh, I'm so excited for this. So this is Titanium Smoke. And then I also picked up Silvered Topaz. So Silvered Topaz is one I was really surprised I didn't already have, but now I do. So here is Silvered Topaz. And let me do all 4 shades. So there's one glittery top coat, two satins, and then one matte. So there is Silvered Topaz. And then I went on some weird mini sponge kick. So when I was at Sephora, I picked up their multi-mini sponge box. It has all these different shapes. And I had been debating between this and the little ones from Beauty Blender. And I was like going back and forth. And I was like, let me just get the Sephora ones. Well, at the CCO, they had the little original Beauty Blenders. So I picked this up at the CCO at a very discounted price. So I'm glad I waited. And then I just wanted to show you a couple things that I got in PR. And this I actually got through Kickstarter. So I actually funded this Kickstarter program, and this is for the Salt empty palette. So I just thought it looked really, really nice. Most palettes are, you know, for me, just kind of functional. They don't look that great, but this one actually looks really, it looks like a wallet. And I had the option between getting black and this, I think they called this a French gray. So I picked the French gray, and I think you can pick these up now at Camera Ready Cosmetics and some other retailers, because I think like the Kickstarter was very successful and they were able to put this into production. So very exciting. So this is what the palette looks like. So there's a mirror on the inside, and then here's the magnetic palette, and then it comes with some magnets. And then I think you can put like a pen or brush in here if you want. I believe also this is like vegan leather. This is not leather, like real leather, which is great. And I just thought this was really cool, and I really just like the design and the aesthetic of it. I thought it was just really sleek. So got that. And then I got a little PR package from Kogendo. So they sent me their Long Lush Treatment Mascara, which I am not going to open at the moment. The description is Japan's traditional rich black lacquer, urushi, with its natural luster, enhances your eyelashes beautifully with carefully selected pearly pigments. So let's see what the tube looks like. Ooh, neat. Ooh, so this is what the tube looks like. It's like a metallic red with the Kogendo emblem in black. Ooh, nice. But I'm not going to open this just yet because I have a lot of mascara to go through. I'm still going through like a tester that I've had forever. Anyway, they also sent over a mineral eyeshadow palette. And I've never tried any of their eyeshadows. Ooh, a red metallic lid, just like the mascara. There is a plastic protective cover on here, which I just love tearing off. So satisfying. Here are the 4 shades. Oh, nice. Totally up my alley. Very, very neutral, very everyday. So soft. Ooh. Here are the 4 shades. Ooh, very lovely. Oh, let's do them up here. So there are the 4 Kogendo shades. Lovely. Well, thank you very much, Kogendo, for sending this over to me. I'm very excited to give these things a shot. So that is it for my haul today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up if you did. Please comment down below if you have any questions about these products. And of course, comment with any product that you want to see a dedicated video for. I will do that for you. And subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see you in my next video.